right. Yeah. If you guys couldn't tell today, it's going to be a solo dolo episode. If you couldn't tell from Max's overjoyed background. But that's all right. It's hot. Welcome to That's Hot, you guys. I am your host, Sabrina Piper, a.k.a. Funny Girl with Tits, a.k.a. the best bartender in Manhattan. Holy shit, that was perfect.
Yeah, that was great.
That was beautiful. Cheers.
Cheers.
Rude. You are the rudest.
Yeah.
I love you. L'chaim. Holy crap, that's bad. So we decided to be gross. We got espresso martinis in a can. 22.5% alcohol. Actually, it's not that bad, the aftertaste. You like it.
I do like this.
Oh, you're sitting there sipping on it. He's holding it like this. Like it's a malt scotch. Scotch malt. What was it called?
Scotch?
Sure.
That's how I drink everything.
Yeah. What's in this? Made with 100% Arabica coffee. Well, we got to send it back. Vodka, coffee liqueur. I mean, it's a little fun in a can, just like me. We're tiny. We're fun. What a week. Oh, my God. Where do we begin? Grammys?
Yeah.
Arrests?
Yeah.
Or maybe rap. I was just on Real Ass Podcast. If you guys didn't watch the episode already with Louis J. Gomez and Zach Amico and Monroe Martin, check it out. Gas Digital, YouTube, all that fun stuff. If you didn't catch last week's episode of That's Hot, go watch it. Share, like, sub, do all that fun stuff. Patreon.com/funnygirlwithtits. You get a bonus episode every single week. Behind the scenes things. I just randomly will post stuff. You could pick different tiers. Just starts at $1 a join. $1 a join and pirate everything. No, we really appreciate the fans. We were doing some math today. We're over 50,000 downloads.
Yeah.
Which is very fucking cool for the first year. And yeah, we're very proud of that.
And we have a sponsor.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We'll do our little plugs, but we're cruising on them.
Yeah,
we're cruising. I just don't feel like reaching back and showing you guys my ass yet.
Yeah,
that was a good little.
It's Cruise Choose.
Cruise Choose. Go to Cruise Choose. Get up to 50% off your order with code FunnyGirlWithTits. That's me, Funny Girl with Titties. Max. Any plugs? Anything you want to say?
No, just Max Marcus Comedy.
The plug is up his butt.
Yes.
You guys, look at this. Not to brag, I made a candle over the weekend. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
I am not fully there. This is like what mental health patients do, right? Like I was talking to Max and I was like, I'm painting. Like I was like, I'm candle making, I'm painting. Like I'm just trying to calm myself down.
Make an Etsy.
Make an Etsy?
Yeah. You can sell
I have
candles.
an Etsy.
Sell candles on Etsy.
I don't want to. I would actually like to take like my vagina scent. Like once it's like, you know, it's all done. And now that I just got this IUD put in, I feel like I can actually maybe like push out any little swimmers I get in and I can make candle art out of any cum dumps I get.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Cum dump art. You know how sometimes they do spin art?
Yeah.
Well, what if I just like get some cum dumps in me and I plop it out onto a thing and I spin it around? I mean, it's all going to be like a mixture of whites and yellows and hues. Anyway,
yeah,
I'm getting a little
Jackson
graphic
Pollock.
here. More like a Sabrina Piper. He took a drink for that because it was so good. It was so good. Yeah, Grammys were last night.
Yeah, I did not watch.
We're actually, I watched for you guys. I watched for you guys because I wanted to recap everything. I wanted to go over everything. We know we're a little behind. We know we were a little behind. We've caught up.
Yeah.
We've really caught up. We love you. We love to do this. And, you know, maybe I am a sadomasochist for watching all 7.5 hours of what felt like the Grammys.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus putting on a Tina Turner-like performance. No, just because she throws on a black scent doesn't make it Tina Turner-like. She looked like she was having a reaction on stage. An episode, if you will. Mm-hmm. Like the lights shook her a little too hard.
Yeah.
We're going to play the clip right here.
Okay.
Boop, boop, boop. And I'm sorry. It just wasn't, it didn't look like she really found her footing. Even during her song, nobody was singing at first because it was boring. They kept saying, for the first time live on television, Miley Cyrus is singing Flowers. Okay. She's singing this song for the first time live, but she's been doing this for 15 plus years. She's been saying, this is not anything new. She's just not on drugs for this performance to give it more pizzazz. She's not grinding up against, what was his name?
Oh, I don't know. I know she was with
Sure.
Flaming Lips for a while.
Yeah, you know, I can't even tag team with you, Max.
When she was on Acid.
I can't
that's
tag
what I
team
can,
bitches.
That's what my
I can't
reference
team.
is.
Yeah. What's his name? You know, the guy with I got them blurred lines. Really?
Oh,
This is why sometimes, like, I know you're a bitch, but I need girls
Robin
here.
Thicke.
Robin Thicke. She was grinding up against Robin Thicke on drugs. We don't have that. Now she's tossing in her body and Tina Turner in and whatever. It wasn't good. It was a snooze palooze. Nobody was moving. She was like, I know you guys know this song. It's like, we do. We're just not as enthused, just like you are. I mean, you know, it's only what you put out.
She won for that song?
She won for that song.
Wasn't that an old one? Because I saw that Chappelle won something for his high school speech that he made about the arts. But it said that was out in 2022. And this also I thought was an older song. Why is Old Things winning?
Maybe because I don't know. Maybe the Academy. No, it's not the Academy. Maybe or whatever, the Recording Academy. Maybe they are the opposite of ageist.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe there was enough new shit out, you know. There were some people missing, like, it kills me when they're like, rappers don't get recognized. I'm like, yeah, nothing new.
Yeah.
I don't think Ice Spice is clearing out the Grammys. If she is, we'd all be freaking out.
Yeah.
And not in like a yes way, but like a why way.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah. They didn't get the win for the Barbie song. The Nicki Minaj.
No, but
Ice
they got
Spice.
the win for the other Barbie song, the Billie Eilish song, which I didn't even realize was in Barbie. You guys, disclaimer, I don't really do drugs, but when I went to go see Barbie, I was on drugs.
Yeah.
And it wasn't good. And then people try to hit the argument, like, they're like, well, maybe if you were on drugs. Yeah, guess what? I was on drugs, and it was terrible. I can't imagine this movie on mushrooms. Oh, I can. It was bad.
Yeah.
I can't imagine this movie. Oh, I can imagine it. Honestly, I wish I can get it out of my imagination. Barbie core, get rid of it. Out. It's out for 2024. But yet that sweeped last night. I'm surprised they didn't give Ryan Gosling something just because.
Yeah.
And then there was a duet with Stevie Wonder and a hologram of Tony Bennett. And it's like, Stevie, I know you can't see, but can't you see that they're going to do this to you in a few years when you fucking die, dude? They're going to make you a hologram?
He's probably for it. Everyone's going to be a hologram.
You suck. You suck. Nobody's going to be nobody wants to be a hologram. Nobody's for it. Where is my vape, dude?
I don't know.
That sucks. I keep losing this thing. I'm talking about, dead people, so I really have to be stoned.
Yeah.
No, it's like, come on, man. It's like, he's so old. It's like, do you want this to happen to you? Do you want somebody doing a duet with you in a few years when you don't even have control over the song or your voice or what you're wearing? I'm dead and you're putting me in a virtual outfit? I'm sorry. I don't think you had the clearance.
Yeah.
I don't think you had the right stylist. Did Monica Rose come in and pick out the right outfit for Tony Bennett's hologram? I don't think so.
Probably not.
Probably not. Exactly, Max. Exactly. Monica's busy. Sometimes I say these obscure references, which are very on point, but Max never understands them.
No.
Oh, like earlier, we were talking about the Grammys, and I said, that's nothing. What we really have to get into on the podcast is Clive Davis's after party, and he said earnestly, who is Clive Davis?
Yeah.
And I was just wondering where you think Diddy started sucking dick.
I don't know.
Clive Davis.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. 91.
Evil doesn't die. Let me tell you something. He killed Whitney Houston, and I think he killed Bobby Christina. Stop looking at me like that when I make these claims. Put down your phone. Let me tell you something.
I was looking up Clive.
I'll tell you all about Clive. You could have researched Clive earlier when I brought him up, but no. This is the Sabrina Piper show now. Funny girl with tits.
Yeah.
That's hot. Clive Davis is not. He is old. I do not want to get into music, so I am not scared to die.
Yeah.
I don't really know anything for a fact, but I'll tell you what I can put together, and that man is pure fucking evil. That man is pure fucking evil. He likes to give a little and get a little. And when I say that, I mean head. Just like, we're talking about all these moguls. Mr. Mogul, Jay-Z, Sean Carter won a giant fucking award last night. Oh, wait, is it giant or did they make up the award to give it to him? Because I had never heard of Dr. Dre. Lifetime Achievement Award. Who's sucking who? Come on.
Dr. Dre got a Lifetime Achievement Award?
Dr. Dre, they are naming this Lifetime Achievement Award after Dr. Dre. He was sitting in the audience. Yeah. You know what they used to say about Dre? That he would like to get both ways off on him. Okay? He would like to go down both ways, and he liked it both ways.
Yeah.
Okay?
I never heard that.
And, yeah, everyone's pretty fucking gay in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I say this the most closeted fucking dykeroni around. Just kidding. I suck so much dick that wouldn't even work.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even work. Everyone knows about my bathroom fuckings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they do now.
They do now. Everyone knows. You're like a fucking whore. But I can't say it because then I lose my job. I know. I mean, here's the thing. They came up with this award. Jay-Z won it. He goes up. He brings Blue Ivy, who looked beautiful. Thank God she looks like Beyonce now.
Yeah.
And he's going on about, how the Grammys do people wrong and how he boycotted the Grammys. It's kind of funny. You're kind of like, he's like, we boycotted the Grammys and then watched it in a hotel. Ha, ha, ha. I'm like, ha, 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 ha. Okay, that's kind of cute. I do the same thing to, like, ex-boyfriends' TV shows. I say I don't watch. It's the same exact. It's like, oh, why did I do that? He. I'm like hiding in a room watching it in a dark screen.
Yeah.
Jay-Z and I are one the same. That's what I'm saying. We're moguls.
Yes.
But he's looking out. He's looking out at Dre, Dr. Dre, and Dr. Dre is looking at him. And you could just tell that they got a couple of boys to suck their dicks a long time ago. Somewhere along the road, they were just together, and he was like, Dr. Dre like looked at Jay-Z, and he was like, you like this shit? You like this 14-year-old boy? And he was like, these are all just assumptions.
Yeah, I don't sign off on any of this.
Shut the fuck up, Max. Yes, you do. Anyway, what I'm saying is there's a lot going on. Clive Davis is wild. I do believe he had something to do with Whitney Houston's death. He's a manager. He's a music manager. He created a label. He is like Max said, 91. He's dusty as dirt. He is wildly old. And as you guys know, we're ages. So, like, I don't know. He just moves funny. And he's from an era where you get away with things. And when you don't get away with them, you fucking knock out the problem.
Yeah.
And Whitney Houston, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm not like a huge, when I say this is not because, like, I'm a Whitney fan. Like, she was an incredible singer, incredible voice, really big powerhouse. I didn't know much. I just really am into rap. So this is, and like music in general and like whatever. And Clive Davis is in this world, okay? This white 91-year-old man is in the world of rap, R&B, soul, everything. And another one of his clients is the beautiful Lil Brandy. Who, if you're like, who's Brandy? I don't remember a washed up 2003 girl. And I'm like, I get that. It is Ray J's sister. Ray J is actually who found Whitney Houston when she died in a bathtub.
Oh, wow.
And it was during the Grammy weekend. I just want to say he has a huge party every single year after the Grammys. And she died and the Grammys happened. She was at the Beverly Hilton, I believe, when it happened, or I'm pretty sure. You can look this up, Max. Yeah, you have a computer in your hand.
Yeah.
And they went on with the party downstairs while her body was still in the bathtub upstairs. And it was Clive Davis's party downstairs. And Diddy was there. Brandy was there. And have you guys ever wondered where it's like people
yeah,
like
that was the right hotel.
I was right? Okay, yeah. It's eerie. It's weird. Like, all of her management team and everything, they're downstairs partying, and they're doing tributes. A tribute to Whitney Houston when she died that night at the Grammys. Alicia Keys did it, if I'm correct. and her body's upstairs. Like that's just wild to me. And then they tried to like boost Brandy up. And then last night, Brandy performed live.
Whoa.
Brandy is not a pop star in any sense of the word, okay? She is washed up. She is done. She was never to be number one because she's not number one. She doesn't have star quality, but they wanted her to have star quality because she's a nice little yes girl who sits there. And guess what? Her and her brother do all the dirty work. Why do you think Ray J sat back for years and let the Kardashians just fucking say Ray J put it out there? He put the tape out, when everyone knows it was a deal between the Kardashians and, you know, my favorite guy, who I'm about to blank on his name, the white dude, because you know I'm terrible with names.
The white guy with
the white guy I've talked about. I've done fucking deep dives and episodes on him. I've broken him down for you. Creator of Girls Gone Wild.
Oh.
Joe Francis. Anyway, the deal cut with Joe Francis. So Ray J's a good little bitch. I think he's a good little bitch to Clive Davis. And yeah, Clive Davis had his after party last night. And yeah, it just reminded me of that whole time with Whitney Houston because nothing sits right. Nothing sits right. It's so weird. It's so weird. That morning, something had happened to her. She went swimming, and she said that she almost drowned, Whitney Houston, that same morning. And Brandy was giving a press conference, like for the Grammys with Clive Davis. And she interrupted the press conference with Bobby Christina, her daughter. And she passed Brandy a note, and she said something to her. And she was soaking wet, and she said, "Can you believe I almost drowned? Can you believe I almost just drowned?" And it's like, was that the spark of like, this bitch is crazy and we could just fucking drown her and blame it on drugs? Was something given? Nobody really knows. All I know is Ray J's a bitch.
That's the takeaway.
And I believe he can get bought off and sucked off by whoever in this industry. And he's sucking off whoever to get, because why is he even still relevant in any way? Why is Brandy performing at the Grammys at 2024? If not for Clive Davis.
Yeah.
Just a little weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Just a little weird. Who's his best buddy? David Geffen. Now, David Geffen's net worth is about 8 times that of Clive Davis. However, David Geffen is around, I want to say 8.8, 9.1 billion. Clive Davis is what, 900 to $1 billion? 900 mil to $1 billion? Max?
Yeah, $8 billion for David Geffen.
8 billion.
Yeah, $8 billion.
He has $1 billion for every like billion people in the world. He has $1 billion. He has $1 for every person in the world. That's how I could have just stated it, but I didn't. Whatever.
Yeah, Clive Davis, 900 million.
Wow, I'm really good. Can someone just hire me for something? Anyway. I really like that pitch that I did to Dave about Fashion Police. Just a side note.
Yeah.
It would be absolutely fabulous. Myself, Lynn
Oh,
Coplitz.
yeah.
Funny enough, I actually just watched The King of Staten Island for the first time ever the
Oh,
other
really?
day. And I didn't finish it yet because like I had to leave. But like I watched half of it. It was incredible.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
a
was
great
like,
movie.
I didn't realize Lynn was in it. And I was like, whoa. So I made that reference to Dave 2 weeks ago. I did not realize. And now, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Fantastic film. If you guys haven't seen The King of Staten Island, don't be a piece of shit like me. Watch it. Watch it. Yeah, so Clive Davis's party last night. No murders yet, but
That's good.
my heart's kind of broken because Candy Burris is leaving Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she announced that actually going into Clive Davis's after party yesterday for the Grammys. And if you don't know Candy Burris, you might know the song No Scrubs by TLC. She wrote that song. She's a famous songwriter, singer from early 90s to now.
Yeah.
And now she's a housewife, and now she has departed the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She is the longest running housewives in the history of Bravo Housewives history. 14 seasons as a housewife. That is a very long time. 14 years of your life you are showing. From 2009.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're going to pop out babies on TV. Crazy. I know we're not going to get into it because you don't really know reality like that.
No.
So it's fine. I wish you watched The Traitors. I really do. I believe that they're testing out Phaedra Parks to bring her back in for Real Housewives of Atlanta because it was such a dud the last couple of seasons that they wanted to really revamp it. I think they wanted to test it out because here's the thing, Max. You'll relate. Phaedra got Candy almost Me Too'd.
Oh, cool.
So she had to get off the show because,
she got a woman Me Too'd?
Yeah. What she did was she told Portia Williams, whose grandfather was part of the civil rights movement and everything. Everyone is so important. You must learn about the Bravo celebrities of the world. That Phaedra and Candy were having some beef. So Phaedra told Portia, she was like, Candy and Todd is the husband. She's like, Candy and Todd want to bring you to their sex dungeon and rape you.
Wow.
And drug her and rape her, excuse me. So it was way worse. Especially Candy doesn't fuck with drugs. She doesn't fuck with any of that shit. She's always gone hard because she's been in the music industry since she was a little kid. She was in Escape, the band, the girl band.
Yeah.
She doesn't touch drugs, so she's very offended by that. So Miss Phaedra had to see the door. Bye-bye.
She was more offended by the drugs than the assault?
I honestly think she was. I honestly felt like she was. She was giving mad shade to druggies. So she was upset. They kicked her off the show, and then the show went down. And now she's on The Traitors, and she's killing it. So I think they're testing it out to see, like, hey, those allegations, everything, it's water under the bridge. Just like a win for comedy. Congrats to Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
Hosting SNL.
And Bud Light.
Friend of many friends. So, and what?
He's a spokesperson for Bud Light now.
Okay, whatever, dude. That's, good for Bud Light. Well, we're spokespeople for fucking Cheech and Chong. Why don't you fucking talk about that? What? You know what? More so. This is why I run the show. This is why I run it.
I just love...
This is when you say yes. You're so right, Sabrina. You're right.
You are
this
right.
is why you run it.
I just love that this was the answer to, like, a year of Bud Light getting shit for, like, whatever her name
Mulvaney?
was. Yeah, the Mulvaney thing.
Kids don't care about it. I wish I was fucking around. Like, I don't think. And listen, kids, if you're out there, tell me. Hit me up, kids. No.
Well,
it's like you reach a point where it's like nobody gives a fuck. Kids are still going to make fun of things. No matter how hard you try, kids are going to make fun of things. I was coming back from the shore, Jersey Shore, over the summer. There was a group of teenagers who got on. They made fun of this one kid. They're like, "What's up, Mulvaney? Oh, you look like Dylan Mulvaney." Because it was like a boy with like long hair. And he was like, "Hey, shut the fuck up. He sound like you."
But I just don't think, I mean, maybe some, but I don't think Bud Light's like the drink for kids. Like if Fireball had a trans spokesperson, that's geared to kids.
Bud Light is not the drink for kids. But the win for Shane Gillis isn't the Bud Light. It's the SNL comeback that, I don't know if you can call it a comeback when you weren't on it first, but it's like he got the rug pulled from under him. It was a real shit on comedy.
Yeah.
I think everyone got a little scared.
Yeah.
It shook everyone a little bit. And now this is a big power move.
Yeah.
I don't believe anyone else but Norm Macdonald has been fired from SNL and then gone on to host.
No, I don't think so.
And even better now, Shane can bring whoever the fuck he wants to write for him.
Yeah.
And let him do funny shit.
Yeah.
I think it'll be the most viewed episode in probably years.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a great episode.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for him, honestly.
I think what people also don't get is that he's still friends with all of them. I mean, Lauren still likes him. Michael Che loves him.
Nobody is friends with Lorne Michaels. I want to make something very clear. Nobody is friends with Lorne Michaels.
I think Pete Davidson is. They chill.
Nobody is friends with Lorne Michaels. And let me add that on. When you said, maybe Pete Davidson. He is like our age.
Yeah.
Okay. His dad is dead.
Yeah.
He's very funny, and he started comedy young.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren is very old.
Yeah.
Very kind, and brings people in.
Yeah.
I'm sure he looks at him more like a child, like a son, and not like a child, like a little kid, but like a son than his buddy.
Yeah.
You would be out of your motherfucking mind if you think.
He brought him on a vacation.
Max.
No, they're bros.
Let me ask you.
No, they're bros. They smoke weed together.
I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. It's just because I really, it's like when I was with Lauren last night, we were just talking about how annoying you could be.
Yeah.
Seriously, and how you don't listen. And I was like, this is my problem with him. And he was like, I know. And, as someone who is his best friend.
Yeah.
And more than a daughter.
Yeah.
Like a sister wife.
Yeah. I
feel like you always put words into his mouth. And it's just not fair.
Yeah,
it's just not fair. He has a mind.
Yeah.
And he has things he thinks about you, but I'm just not going to repeat them. So I'm not.
But the point is that he's still in that. He never was not in that world. That Shane. That he was. I've heard that he's like even hung out at like the after parties still.
Yeah, sure. And yeah,
so it's like the public who hates Shane is just like, I can't believe SNL would do this and bring him back in the fold. And it's like, if it wasn't for the controversy, like he would have been like the star of the show.
For sure. I fully agree with you on every point there.
Yeah.
And that's a rarity.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think it's a good win for comedy.
It's a great win.
Pendulum swinging back, baby.
Yes, it is.
Swinging back.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I don't know if we're going to have to suck Clive Davis's dick forever. Ray J will. Ray J will be in hell, like, right between, like, Clive Davis and Hitler.
Yeah.
Just getting fucking Eiffel Towered over and over again.
Yeah.
That's his life. That is his afterlife. That's it. Sorry, Ray. Sorry, Ray. What are you doing?
I'm writing that down as, like, a title.
These espresso martinis are not bad.
I like them.
I like them too. I shouldn't like them. But, I think that little bit of ice adds the pizzazz. Mm-hmm. I wish you watched reality TV, dude. I just don't understand it. So, like, dead ass is what happened last week after our episode, right? Max and I were hanging out. I was like, let me just put on 5 minutes of Housewives, right? I go, let me do this. Let me put on 5 minutes of Housewives and let me put on 5 minutes of the new TED show. Because Dave was like, you got to watch it. It's really funny. It's different. I said, aye. So I put on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I don't think we got past Jen Shaw's scenes when I just see Max like this.
I was also editing the episode we just filmed.
Sure. Yes, you were doing your work for the first time ever. Yes,
yeah.
Everyone's very excited to hear that. Yay! But every time you did look up at the screen, it was...
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's so scary.
Yeah,
that's so scary.
If it's not autistic people trying to date each other, I just don't do reality.
You can just go home for that.
Yeah, I know.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, how are you not into this? And then I was like, all right, let's do this. Let's throw on Ted. And then we watched the worst thing we've ever seen in our lives.
Yeah, that wasn't good either.
By the way, I was like, I was going to text Dave today and be like, thanks a lot for wasting 7 minutes of my life I'll never get back. The worst thing I've ever seen. Worst thing I've ever seen. Because now it's like PC Ted. Or the PC sister or whatever.
Yeah.
It's very bad. And then the craziest question I asked, I said, hey, Max, be real. What was better? Ted or Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? And this motherfucker straight up looked in my face and he said, I don't know, they were both pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like he didn't just watch Magic with Salt Lake City. And I said, no, we have to get to the hospital. And he said, it's okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess we'll just watch Ted on loop forever.
I know I don't want to do that either, but...
well, now I'm going to force you to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to force you to do it.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that I think you posted about is that they're making a documentary about free...
we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very upset. I did call you over. You know why I called you the other day, right? You obviously know that's why I called you in the morning. I called Max very early in the morning. I was very upset.
I was probably not awake.
No. But when you were, you did call me back twice that morning, so I knew that you knew what was happening.
Yeah.
On this podcast, we have predicted many a things.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's because I am on the pulse of pop culture, and honestly, I'm not trying to pull a Lena Dunham here and say I'm the voice of my generation, but yeah, I am a voice of a generation.
Mm-hmm.
I feel her.
Yeah.
And I think what you put out into the world comes back. Like when we said free Wendy. Free Wendy. Free Wendy Williams. Bleep bop bloop. Fast forward to now. She's getting freed. In a documentary. With Lifetime. With proof that she is in a conservatorship. Like I said, I shouldn't be smiling right now, but everything I said seems to be right. Except for one thing I missed.
What was that?
The conservatorship's... the conservatorship manager's name for the bank. You ready for this?
Yeah.
What was the name of the conservatorship?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't know the bank?
Was it Citibank?
Sure. Sure.
I don't
Let's
know.
go with Wells Fargo.
Oh, yeah. Wells Fargo.
Who runs the conservatorship at Wells Fargo? Other than a woman named Sabrina.
Oh, nice.
I wish I was fucking with you. A woman named Sabrina is ruining Wendy Williams' life. And it's not this bitch.
That's so funny.
That's wild. And of course, the manager will get brought up. The ex. We're not going to talk about the husbands, but we will, and they will. If you haven't seen Free Wendy Williams and also Tit Talk, those episodes do cover. I'll call them webisodes because they're about Wendy. Those webisodes do cover everything. It's a Freudian slip. Mm-hmm. They cover everything. And this documentary getting released, when is it? February what? 4th?
I mean, that means it's out now.
When is the documentary out? We're going to look up when this will come out Thursday. We're recording this Monday. I'm not joking when I say I'm very motherfucking pissed.
I think it's out.
It's out?
I think it's
Did it come out today, February 4th? What we will be doing is watching it, and then we will be doing that on Patreon. All right, Max?
Okay.
We're going to be getting drunk and watching this Wendy Williams thing and Doc and doing it on Patreon. If it's out right now, Max is looking it up. I'm upset because we weren't contacted, and we kind of blew the fucking lid off of this thing. And I feel like when Bill Cosby was raping... Hello, Max?
I'm trying to find this.
You're going to...
Oh, Wendy Williams on Netflix?
And Hannibal Buress did that bit about it, and then everyone was like, wait, Bill Cosby's raping? Oh my God, everyone was like, Hannibal Buress, like, busted that open. Okay, where is the Sabrina Piper busting that open? Funny Girl with Tits busted that open. Excuse me. Pero like, I was just in Miami, so I can do this, but like.
It's coming out at the end of the month.
Oh, wow. You shook your head so violently. I was like, I'll stop the accent. It was a joke.
No, the accent was fine. No, it's coming out on like the 24th and the 25th. It's going to be a two-parter.
We'll do a live thing. Mm-hmm. Suzanne Bass, everyone, Wendy's son, everyone. I try rapping. Guess what? Made a fucking deal out of this.
Yeah.
And cut me the fuck out. Well, guess what, bitch? I busted this. I blew the lid off of this.
How cool would it be though if in like the research for the doc,
if in the research they put the podcast, that's my dream. You guys, I have been thinking about this. If they put a clip from the pod in the doc, it's not over. It blows it all up.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I've wanted this freedom for her, but I am disappointed because when you kind of see the clips in the trailer, it's like, so tell us what happened, Wendy. And it's like, well, are you okay? It's like, clearly she's not fucking okay, bitches. Can you get someone like me in there to sit down with her and ask her the real questions? Ask her questions where I have a rebuttal with facts and answers, and somewhere with the conversation, why are you doing this? Mm-hmm. This is crazy. This feels to me like a shun, Like they're just shunning another black woman, myself. It's just fucking rude.
Yeah.
It's like during 90 Day Fiancé. We talked about that last week. 90 Day Fiancé, when they started doing a reunion after show, they got some lady named Sean Robinson. Some random, skinny, pretty, like, stupid bitch to go do it, right? Sean sucks. Now, I haven't watched her in a couple of years because she's awful, but she was boring. You know who used to do the original commentary on 90 Day Fiancé years ago when it was a viral thing to do and people didn't even know about the show? Yamaneika Saunders. Mm-hmm. Yamaneika used to do that, and it was so funny. It actually got me rewatching 90 Day Fiancé because of her clips. I found that so funny. And then guess what they did? They saw her shit, and they went to somebody who was not Yamaneika, and they made her the host. When Yamaneika would have been great at that. Of course, she would have been the best at hosting the reunion, the after shows, anything. She would have broken them down, would have gotten questions, would have been funny. But no, they got Sean Robinson. Mm-hmm. You skinny, stupid bitch. You never trust the skinniest bitch in the group. Ever. Never trust the fattest bitch. You never trust, especially the fattest bitch. The fattest bitch is the scariest in the world. The liars. Oof. The creeps. The skinnies. Psychos.
Yeah.
Except if it's me as the skinniest person in the room, which is a lot with comedy. Then I'm like, hey, fat tits, I'm trusted. No, but, Max is liking this because he hates the fats. No. Only fat to be trusted is Yamaneika. I'm like, put her on the show. I can trust her to give me a good show.
Yeah, she would be the best at it.
She's not even fat. She's losing a lot of weight. I didn't even mean that in like any shady way. I just want to say that because we were just talking about her right before. I didn't want there to be any crossover or anything like that. Yeah. She's mad fucking funny.
I heard this story from Rich Voss years ago was not hosting, was one of the judges on, I think, Comedy Fight Club.
Okay.
And it was like him, Bobby Kelly, and Yamaneika were the judges. And Yamaneika.
You're talking about Comedy Fight Club at the Stand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was back at the Stand years ago.
Okay, when it was on Gas. Okay.
Yeah, when it was on Gas. And that Yamaneika said something about how she's like, oh, sorry, I'm high. I had an edible. And Rich Voss goes, was it a meatloaf?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Should let Rich Voss keep telling it.
Voss is funny.
It's like, you guys, if you want to hear the original version of that joke, go online and look it up.
Yeah. It's probably online still.
Oh, yeah, it has to be on Gas's. Yeah, again, subscribe to Gas Digital.
Yeah.
Oh, except I will say this is so funny. So I'm doing rap, and I watched because I was late, you guys. Yeah, I know I was late in the beginning. I'm sorry. I watched the first couple minutes. He said to Monroe, Lewis goes, Monroe, why isn't your podcast on Gas? Monroe's like, I don't know. No offense, Monroe. I looked it up. 38 views per video. Why are we on Gas? I'm like, we have about 8 times that. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Where's our paycheck? You know, again, this is another case of a black woman getting shoved to the side.
Yeah. Definitely.
Here I am, shoved.
Yeah.
Speaking of shoved, I was hooking up with this dude, right? And then we...
Okay.
I told him, I was like, smack me a little, right? And I thought he didn't hear me because like 10 seconds like eclipsed, right? And then his hand was just like over here. And I thought he was like going to just like grab, I don't know, mattress or something. But instead, this motherfucker wound it up and then he fucking smacked me in the face.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how turned off I got. I cannot tell you how turned off. I was like, whoa, like it like woke me. I was like, oh my God, I'm fucking an ugly dude. Like, whoa. Crazy.
I've been asked.
Never
before.
hit a girl?
No. And I'm afraid that I would turn into like a Lenny from A Mice and Men situation.
See, guys, this is proof that Max and I have never fucked. You know, people ask me if I throw you pussy if you'll record the podcast. You know, people ask me all the time, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That's not my rate.
Your rate is butthole.
I only do that for Bobby.
I knew you were into incest. Crazy.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so wild.
Yeah. We talk about the Grammys, Wendy.
I don't think I want a Grammy. Here's the thing with Wendy. I'm seriously, that top better be in it. That's not better. Listen, I'm sad for her. I'm upset for her life. Oh, how fucking justified and good I felt replying to comments today, right? I was like,
well, all the people online who were just like giving you shit for that, I mean, they're racist.
People were just going off.
They were
on
racist
me.
people.
Yeah, they were racist people. They were coming at me so hard, and they were, also people just like totally bullshitting themselves. They were like, "You're making this up" and whatever. It's like, if I was making this up, I'd be way more far ahead in my career as a screenwriter.
Yeah.
Oh my God, because you would be like, "Wow, she is an imagination."
Yeah.
It's like, no, I don't want to like know these things as much as I do.
Mm-hmm.
God just gave me a gift, and you have to use the gifts God gives you.
Yes.
I've learned that in my Judaism.
Use the gifts I give.
I hate when you do that.
I was like,
because if you're God, I can't believe in God. Do you understand that? Like, if God is a 5'1"
3
fat Jew,
I'm skinny.
I'll be upset. The best is he didn't correct you, and all I can think about are those fucking kick cakes on the corner that were like, "Are you guys Jewish?" And you were like, "No."
No. I'm like, no, I'm not.
No. It's like gonna straight up lie to you and then not cross the street. No.
It's worse than not crossing the street. It's going the wrong way and having to walk past them again.
We did go the wrong way and have to go past them again. I don't know where the other can of this is. Oh, it's
over
right there.
Yeah.
So we've had it the whole time.
Yeah.
So we can open that?
Yeah. Do we need more ice?
We do need more ice. Do you want to go grab the ice?
Yeah. Is the coffee ice ready?
Either the coffee or the regular ice. You guys, this is what a pizzazz person I am, right? Piper's pizzazz, right? So like, there is a place in, I believe it's Hollywood, Florida, or maybe Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and but it's near Miami, and it's called Brooklyn Bagels or something, Brooklyn Bagel Co. Anyway, I'm totally blanking on the thing, but you can get. And Max will look it up when he's back. But you can get and they're just straight up coffee ice cubes. That's all they give you. It's called the Cubester. And they have a place in Beverly Hills as well, which is very exciting. So why? I don't know. But I just said it. So Miami and Beverly Hills, you can go and you get a Cubester. And you get straight up cubes, blocks, show them of coffee ice, right? Oh, amazing. And they're giant. And then you can go to the machines and you fill them up with whatever you want. You can do a little combination of coffees and milks and all that fun stuff, right? So that's what I would do when I was in Miami, Beverly Hills, whatever. It's such a blast. When I was a kid, I would get them because I've been obsessed with coffee since I was a little kid. Weirdly obsessed. Love it. And thank you. Amazing. And I would get the coffee cubes, and then I would go over the milks, when I was a kid, and I would, fill it up, and it would, slowly melt as coffee, because that's what it would do. Obviously, when you get regular ice cubes, thank you, Max, when you get regular ice cubes, they melt, and it gets a little watery. No. With coffee cubes, done. I take really good cold brew. I get La Colombe cold brew or something like that. Joe's, Stumptown, my favorites. I pour it in, make little coffee cubes, dee. And then when you have the, cold brew or the latte in the morning or anything like that, you have to shake it. My bad. It is perfect. And when it melts, it just melts more coffee. And then you get more. Now, the only thing that would make this better if it was the THC coffee that I had when I was in Denver. When I was in Denver, I discovered THC coffee, cold brew to be specific. And this was fantastic. And it was just in a little bottle. It didn't taste fantastic. It actually tasted fucking gross, but the concept of it was so cool that I was like, who cares? If you can down a shot, you can down a coffee. Cheers, L'chaim, Mazel. All right. He never cheers as me. He never says Mazel. He never does anything sweet until we're off camera.
You bought these. You didn't just make coffee ice cubes?
What?
I thought you made them. I thought you froze your own coffee.
I did make them.
Oh, okay. I thought you made it sound like you were getting them.
He's a terrible listener. You are a great producer, but let me tell you something. You're a terrible listener.
Yeah.
As my best friend, and a lot of times my second half, my okay, you don't listen.
No, I'm not good at that.
Brooklyn something.
Yeah.
Brooklyn water bagel. Whoo! Thank you for being a retard and fucking lighting up my brain. Brooklyn water bagel. It's in Fort Lauderdale and Miami or like Hollywood or something, and then it's in Beverly Hills. There's another one off. I think it's like Fairfax. In Los Angeles, there's like another location when you're going
There's
to
not one in Brooklyn?
LAX. No, there's not one in Brooklyn. What they do is they take water and from Brooklyn, and you'll watch the process, and they make the bagels in front of you. It's a whole thing.
Sure.
And then they'll make the coffee and everything. So what I was explaining is how they make the coffee, like cubes from the coffee that they make.
Okay.
And then they'll give you the cup, and it's just filled to the top with the ice cubes, and then you go to the like a soda fountain. Mm-hmm. But it's coffees and milks and flavors and everything you want. You make your own.
Whoa.
So that's what we do in this home. I like to make my own coffee ice cubes. So when it melts, you just get more coffee, cold brew, espresso, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. Then you can add a splash more of milk, water, vodka for me. I like that. A little bit of vodka, a little bit of liqueur, coffee liqueur. Right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Max to go to Miami with me before my mom sells her condo.
Yeah.
I want us to just fucking fuck it up.
Yeah, I need to go to Miami. I've never been. I've been once as a kid.
I need to go to Miami. Why you don't? There's never a collective. I'm so sweet. I'm like, we need to go to Miami. You're like, I do need to go to Miami. It's like, fuck you.
Well, I'm saying that I've never really been.
I know what you meant. I'm just going hard on you.
I went. I had the layover there.
It doesn't count.
Yeah,
I want to take you out.
I was out. I mean, I was on the streets, but I was like 9 and was on the way to Key West.
Yeah, so Key West is cool.
Yeah,
Key West is really cool.
My only memories of Miami is seeing a man with a python, a prostitute propositioning my dad, and then Cubano sandwiches.
This is a weird way to say I met your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to take you there. Mm-hmm. You know, if
you
guys don't know, so like, you know, like I went back and forth between Miami and then Jersey. You know, I've been in Manhattan. I've been in the city for like over a decade and everything. But it's like I got that little bit of flavor in me, that little Miami.
Yeah.
But I'm so disconnected. I really don't fit in at all. But I'll take you to fun places. I'll take you to cool places.
I want to go. I have a weird
free.
feeling I won't like Miami.
You won't like Miami. You're going to hate it. I know you. You're going to, because when Max and I were going to Vegas, I was stoked and he was like, this is not going to be great. Like, you know, like we're not going to like this place. I was like, no, Vegas is so cool. And then right after those gigolos took me off the street and were grinding against me at Max's face. And he was like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
Everything crumbles.
Yeah.
Miami's going to be like that times 3.
It's worse?
Miami's worse than Vegas. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you know why? Because Vegas, even like the homeless people that are there and like the people on drugs, they're trying to get money from you, so they're nice. No one's nice in Miami. I'm writing a bit on this right now. I've been working on this for a little about how tipping is easier in Miami because everyone is rude.
Yeah.
It's true. Everyone is incredibly rude, and they'll blame it on a language barrier. You're not in a different country. And on top of it, it's like, I know you can understand me a little bit. I got into an accident in Miami. We didn't even talk about this on the last episode. I got into a car accident in Miami, which are the only time I've ever been in car accidents, has been in Miami. I knock because anywhere else, they have the worst drivers in the world. Worse than Long Island.
Yeah.
Long Island has terrible drivers. Holy crap. Mm-hmm. Miami's a different animal. I was in the back of an Uber less than 4 blocks after getting in the Uber. I got into an accident. I wasn't wearing a seatbelt because I'm so used to New York, and that was on. I even said to the officer, I said to everyone, I said, that's on me. And then I was thinking about it. I said, you know, a week later, I'm like, that's not really on me that I wasn't wearing a seatbelt less than 4 blocks into my trip of him turning out of a sandwich shop after a wedding. Okay, that's where I was going. I was going home. He insisted on not driving straight down the beach, which was where my mom is, straight down the beach. He wanted to take the faster route by 5 minutes on the highway. And of course, he went into somebody immediately. Wasn't paying attention. The other person wasn't. Other person was on FaceTime. My driver wasn't paying attention because he was on the phone. They both went in. And who got hurt? Only me. Mm-hmm. I flew in, and I actually have a bad bump on the back of my head, but it's okay now. Like, I hope. And otherwise, this will be one of the last episodes. And I flew in and I fucking smacked my head and my shoulder. My shoulder's still fucked up. If you can see, it's like black and blue. And when the officer came, here's the weird part. When the officer came, too, now my driver wasn't very nice about it. He was like, lady, you gonna tell Lyft that I didn't do it, right? Which is not the first response you say.
No.
The first thing is, hey, I'm gonna drive you home for free.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Drive you home for free before you're okay. I just want to know I'm getting home for free. I'm like, you know, like, I don't give a shit. I don't care if I'm half dying. I'm like, am I getting to my mom's for not $18? Let's see. But no. And the kid who we got into an accident with, of course it was a kid, teenager, he was FaceTiming. And he got out of the car with the FaceTime. He said, bruh, the Uber just hit my car. Look at this. Isn't that wild? And I was like, why? So I brought him over the car. And he rushed over at me. I will say this teenager, once he realized I was in the back, he freaked out. He's like, are you okay? And I was like, talk to me for real over here. I'm hitting my pen the entire time. I'm talking to this child like an adult. But I had to break down how he has to exchange information. Now, this is what's fucked up. Miami, you get a car immediately. And you don't know what you're doing. Teenagers are too spoiled. I admit I was way too spoiled. Way too spoiled. I mean, I just came back from a wedding on Palm Island. At the Miami Vice House. Multi-million-dollar wedding, all right? But I will say people are too spoiled down there.
Yeah.
And this kid, you know, he said, this is my second accident this week. And guess what's going to happen? Nothing. He didn't even understand how to exchange information. I had to help him out.
Wow.
You know? And listen, I'm only 27. My dad passed when I was 17. So I guess like I'm way more ahead. I've always been an adult since I was a kid. But how do you not know how to exchange information? How do you not know as a driver of the Uber that saying like, hey lady, you're going to tell Lyft I didn't do it, right? It's like, you're not going to get a good review. I'm not going to tell Lyft you didn't do it. Now I'm going to tell Lyft you did it. I'm going to say you did it on purpose. I'm going to say you thought I was annoying and you wanted me flying. I don't care what I say at this point.
Yeah.
Fuck it. My sandwich got soggy.
Yeah.
You know how upset I was at La Sandwichery? And the only reason I left La Sandwichery and I didn't eat my sandwich in peace there is because someone hopped in to my Uber at the wedding. I wanted to go and get a sandwich too. And then he was trying to get me to go to the bar with them. I said, no. I'm not down to fuck you. We might have just watched our friend get married, but I'm not lonely. I had my sandwich from La Sandwichery. So good. That's where I want to take you.
Yeah.
And then I was just going to go home. But no. Had to get into a car accident. Had to wait for the next Uber. And the police officer, like I was saying, very weird. When he came to take my statement 3 times. I said, sir, I really shouldn't give you a statement. First time I said, sir, I shouldn't really give you a statement. I've been drinking. I'm not fully coherent. I just banged my head. And he said, that's okay. And then he just talked to me. And then I realized after a while, he's fucking hitting on me.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this isn't great. So, yeah. I pulled the ultimate white girl maneuver where I used, you know, a family member's name in the police force to move it along. That worked wonderful. To me, I was like,
family in the police force?
I never told you that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, my uncle was like chief of police for North Miami.
He's Jewish?
And yeah, and he was a detective, and my grandfather was a detective as well for like Newark for like ever, and then moved down. They moved him to Miami.
Oh, I thought the closest Jews ever got to cops was lawyers.
No, my grandfather did so much that my mom and I still don't know. Like, and my uncle, like none of us know exactly what he did in law enforcement.
Wow.
Yeah. And then my uncle, who took all of the everything, he was a cop, but he never got to the level of my grandfather, which is why when my grandparents passed away, everything was supposed to be split amongst the grandchildren, the children, everything from the estate. And he changed everything to his name, so everything went to him, and now he treats it like his own conservatorship. And he, as the stupid fucking pig himself, dictates who gets what money when, by their mental state or by how his feeling is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, Max already knows the deal with everything with these people. I'm glad he could get a new Porsche from this, though. I'm glad his wife left the medical field of anesthesia and everything to sell cactus oils online. Everyone knows you need a good cactus oil. What doesn't change? Hey, it's like all of our parents die. We get all of this inheritance. Why don't we start a fake business? Why don't we buy our daughter fake tits?
We'll definitely do that.
Oh my God, my fucking ugly cousin. They are trying to get her to look like me, so they've just bought her everything. I'm like, that's a sweet try. That's a sweet try.
That's cool.
But yeah, all this in Miami. This is why Miami is a sick place. People get caught up in the finances and everything.
Yeah.
They get upset. And they get obsessed. I mean, this guy, even the kid who of course, he didn't get hit, right? Like the kid who was in the car accident with us, he wasn't hit, but he goes, my pinky. Over and over again, he goes, man, you fucked up my pinky. Which, as somebody who played volleyball for all 3 years of middle school, I could tell you I've broken every single finger twice. Some of them more than twice, which is really fucking embarrassing. Okay? You don't know immediately your pinky is broken unless it's out of its thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like you just got hit a little bit.
Yeah.
Again, every finger broken twice.
Wow.
I know. Best player on the team.
Nice.
Best player on the fucking team. But yeah, it was the whole thing of like trying to get a claim. But yeah, so I dropped my uncle's name. But the officer was really weird. He took not only my full name, my email, my phone number, but a photo of my license front and back. And then he asked what I was doing in Miami, jotted it all down. I mean, it was just it was also in his notes app.
Mm. In that
Don't they have notebooks? Don't cops have little notebooks?
In that cop's defense, I think every cop in Miami is probably on cocaine. So I gotta give him some slack there. It's like, where are you? Where are you from? Oh, God, yeah. Uh-huh. Where are you going?
You
what are
would
you
hope
doing?
so, but it's not like that down there. More cocaine in New York.
That's hard for me to believe.
No, I'm telling you, going back and forth. Listen, I would go here's the thing. Here's what people really don't realize about me. Like, I might be 27 now, but I'm not into club scenes because I did clubs over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I went to Passion nightclub when I was like 15. That's in Miami. I went to fucking Passion nightclub when I was 15. That's in New York. I could tell you I saw way more drugs in Miami than I ever saw in New York. And the only time I've ever...
You saw more in New York than Miami?
No.
I thought you were saying the opposite.
No.
That's what I'm saying, that it's more drugs in Miami.
No, more drugs in Miami, but but cocaine.
Oh, coke specifically.
I'm not finished.
Okay.
I had a point.
Okay.
More drugs in Miami. Harder drugs. Like, I have walked into house parties and seen people on heroin. Like, walked into the wrong room on heroin.
Oh, well, I believe that. I believe there's more heroin
Now
here.
in Manhattan, I have never had that happen in my life. Jersey Shore, I've never had that happen in my life. Miami is the only place where I have been partying. I have walked into the wrong room more than once, and I have seen people doing heroin.
Mm-hmm.
And that, to me, is like a real thing. Now, cocaine, more so, I guess, in the city than in Miami.
But
Miami, I think more shit is like stepped on and whatever.
That's interesting. I would think the coke's purer in Miami because it's like right off the ports.
Why? Because the fucking spics, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Come on.
Well, it's closer to the border. I mean, there's definitely harbors in Miami where the stuff's coming straight from South America, and by the time it gets up to New York, it's like cut and laced with stuff. But like, dude,
I think it's by paying. It really depends. I guess it really depends.
Mm-hmm.
It really depends. I just don't. I've been in both party scenes, and I can just say, like, I think cocaine just wasn't a thing in the 2010s in Miami. As much as you know what was really big? I'll tell you, Molly. Molly was very big. Molly was very big. don't even know how I got into these clubs. Looking back in the day, it's really crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, even now, people are like, they card me. Back then, I'm like, how'd you believe I was from Ohio? Akron, Ohio.
Yeah.
They don't, yeah.
You had the fake ID then?
Oh, yeah. I had the fake ID then. I had the fake ID since high school.
I've had a fake ID since high school, but I didn't get it till like senior year.
Some point in junior, I got it. Threw down in a group, and we went to, it was the China group. You send it to China, you send it to China,
get a teddy bear,
you get it back, of course, sure. And I was pretty sure I was going to my Juilliard audition. This is 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I remember. And my friend Donovan was dropping it off at my mom's in Miami before like I was flying to New York. And I was like, this is perfect. Let's go. Let's do this. And there was a place I would go in the East Village. So it used to be 4 shots for $10. And it's not in Greenwich Village. It was in the East Village. And it was like it had black on the outside.
I know
Damn,
what
I'm
you're
going to
talking
find
about.
the
I forget
place.
what it's called.
I forget what it's called too, but it was really cool. And I was like, this is dope. And I would just like bounce around.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't really get wasted. I was just like more having fun. Like I was like, I'm here. I would go to Riff Raff. Oh my God, I would go to Riff Raff all the time. And we would do this crazy thing where it would be like 8 or 9 of us, like 19-year-olds, like 17 or 19-year-olds, right? And we'd be in line it's a club in New York, right? Or it used to be. It was in the Flatiron District, like 23rd and like 5th or something. And we would take one ID and like this, pass it back.
Oh, sure.
Not even joking. And the bouncer, he would just scan it and go. Like he knew. One time we passed a credit card back by accident. He didn't even care.
Wow.
He didn't even care. Those were the best times. And I remember thinking, I wish I was just around for this a few years before. Because I'm like, the real party happened, like the PlayStation 3 party. Like the PlayStation 3 premiere party that happened in Los Angeles was iconic. I wish I was around for that. I know you're like baffled. It was where pop culture history was made. It is where Kim Kardashian drank that vodka bottle. It is where Paris Hilton's eyes started twitching out in the photos. It was right before Lindsay called Paris a cunt on the way there and paparazzi caught it. Max is foaming at the mouth, you guys. He's freaking out this pop culture.
This is at the PS3?
This was at the PS3 release party. It changed pop culture history. It was right after Kourtney Kardashian was on the Rich Kids show or whatever, like Rich in the Woods or whatever. Look that up.
Okay.
Look that up. Put in Kourtney Kardashian reality show, like Lost in the Woods or Rich Kids in the Woods or something.
Okay.
Crazy. But in a few years, more years, when we're doing the pod, we're going to be so deep in the pod and everything. You're going to be so deep in reality TV. I'm going to change you, Max.
Yeah. Rich.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There was a reality show. It was early 2000s, before Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where Kourtney Kardashian, which is how you know they want to be famous, right? Chris is pushing it. And all these like kids of famous people were on the show. They were sent to a ranch. They're like Beverly Hills kids and everything. Did you find it? Yeah, Malibu kids. And
I mean, it just says Rich in the Woods. There's a lot of, I don't know what I'm looking for exactly with it.
I'm gonna pull it up, but that's okay. Kourtney Kardashian reality show. Rich kids. Filthy Rich Cattle Drive on the E Network. American reality television that aired in 2005.
Wow.
You find it? No?
No, I don't know what it
I
is.
found it immediately. I'm better at your job than you. And no, it was, they were all on a farm. They were trying to work their way. We're going to put like a little clip of them doing it too. It's so wild. There's no way there's a copyright on it because nobody cares about the show or remembers it aired but me. I'm the only one who's really into this shit.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who pretends to be really into it because there are people interested.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be famous. Nobody wants to put the work in. That's what Kourtney Kardashian was saying when she was milking a cow's teat. A teat.
That's the work.
That's the work. Okay. Pulling teats. Pulling teats. Let's switch to the Patreon.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Follow me. Instagram, Funny Girl with Tits. Funny Girl W Tits on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. TikTok, Funny Girl with Tits. Trying to post more clips and stuff like that. I even tried my own hand at clips last week. Max didn't like it, but I tried it.
I saw it.
You didn't.
Did I not like it?
No, you didn't like it.
No,
it's okay. Max doesn't like it because Max didn't make the clip, but he's gonna make the clip for last week.
Yes.
And we're gonna come up with something. But I was just trying something out. My editing skills, my Real Housewives of Salt Lake City skills, obviously. You guys, I love you. This has been a really fun episode. Check out any of the past episodes on the Patreon, patreon.com/funnygirlwithtits. It's only $1 to join. That's it.
Yes.
That's it. Just join. We're getting espresso martinis. We're getting espresso zins. We're trying to be here for you and in the moment. And we want to be. Go to Cheech and Chong's website. Get something from a cruise choose. Maybe a little bong. Funny Girl with Tits at checkout up to 50% off. Go check out Real Ass Podcast with episode 11 something. Max doesn't know it either. It's episode 1000 and something.
It's the most recent.
It's the most recent one with myself, Monroe Martin, Louis J. Gomez, Zach Amico. Check that out. That's how it was Sabrina Piper. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Comment, please. Do a million comments. Tag people. Share it. Talk about. Say you saw my pussy. It's perfectly tight and my tits are perfectly up. And you're like, oh my God, and her voice is amazing. Just say my voice is amazing. Let people be mesmerized at whatever's happening. Max, any plugs?
Just Max Marcus Comedy, all social media.
Yeah.
Follow me on, what even that bullshit one? What is it? The Instagram
Threads.
Stuff? Threads. Follow me on Threads.
Follow us on Threads. Yeah. Follow us on Threads. And, convince us to come to Miami.
Yeah.
Sign up for the Patreon, though. It's only $1.
Yes.
And, stay classy, squirt your titties, squirt your dicks.
Yeah.
Whatever you gotta do. You know. Look at this. This is a little stack of espresso martinis. This is adorable. All right. And we're out. I love you. Bye, honeys.